As 2011 is coming to an end, and the number of subscribers I have has probably more than doubled since the beginning of the year, I feel as though I should look back and think on everything that's happened. It's not a stretch at all to say that this year has been a huge one for me. I have so many people to thank and so many more things to say, and I'm sorry if this turns out long, but I promise that I'll try not to bore you. First and foremost, thank you. Thank you all so much. It means the world to me to know that people enjoy listening to what I enjoy doing. And if I'd told myself at the beginning of the year that I'd have 2,000 people who would do just that, I wouldn't have believed me. It's staggering the amount of support and encouragement I get from the people watching my videos, and I really want to make it up to all of you. Actually, to celebrate the new year, I was hoping to make some sort of Q&A or fact video about myself, if that wouldn't be too boring. I'd really like to communicate with the people who have subscribed, so if I can answer any questions, I would love to. So please comment and tell me your thoughts on this, or even ask any questions if you'd like in the comments. Don't be afraid to start a conversation. Now that thanking all of my awesome subscribers is over with for now, I'd like to talk about just what made this year so big for me, aside from the 2,000 sub benchmark. Starting off the year, I had just started getting used to working off of my new laptop, and mixing using the programs available to me, as opposed to Windows Movie Maker. It was a bit of a hassle. While the sound was of a higher quality on the laptop, mixing videos was actually something I had to force myself to get used to. The first video of mine to really catch any attention during this time was posted in March. At that time, I'd just gotten into a show called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Naturally, I thought it was awesome. The fan base for the show had just started to take wing, and I wanted to do something involving the show since I liked it a lot too. I'd messed around with the beginning of Eurobeat Brony's Fluttershy's Lullaby, and I tried to extend a bit of what I thought at the time was Fluttershy's only song. I'd actually recorded a bit of Sweetie Belle's part after the beginning, but I scrapped it since I can't quite sing like her. I couldn't project my voice very well, and there's a good reason for that, which I'll bring up later. Once I posted Fluttershy's Lullaby, I started getting attention on the video that I really hadn't anticipated. I honestly thought that people wouldn't pay attention to it since it was so short, and I tried singing it in Fluttershy's voice instead of my own. But, to my pleasant surprise, it seemed to be received very well. Before I knew what happened, I started getting flooded with comments a couple of days after posting. I was completely overwhelmed, and at first I didn't really know what to do. I realized that someone, thank you so much whoever you are, submitted the video to Equestria Daily. Scrolling through the article and reading people typing about how she sang about her voice was a refreshing change of pace to the usual. It was as if they didn't know I would be looking at their comments. It was awesome. And let me just say, right now, the Brony community is amazing. Almost everyone is very sweet and nice, and I don't believe that it's just because I'm a girl that they act this way. The artists and musicians that come out of this fandom always blow me away too, and I think people very poorly misrepresent them as creeps just because My Little Pony is aimed towards young girls. I'm a girl myself, and I was actually nervous about posting something MLP related because I thought people would judge me just the same. I'm more than glad to know that I wasn't judged. Also, because of this video, I was scouted to be Project Pony's Fluttershy. I gladly auditioned, and now I'm a part of the project. I'll provide links if you'd like to check them out. Hopefully, I'll have a video up about them soon, too. Now, if I was overwhelmed by that video, I was completely blindsided by Know Muta, posted in June. Chugga Conroy is awesome. Plain and simple. He is such a sweet guy, and his videos have always been so entertaining and informative. Most of the time, his updates are actually the highlight of my day. In June, he was in the middle of his Pikmin 2 LP. In one of his videos, he'd mentioned a promotional song for Pikmin 1 being an Easter egg in Pikmin 2. Admittedly, I'd never heard the song before he mentioned it, so I thought to check it out. Immediately falling in love with the song, I decided to write singable English lyrics from the translation. Since he gave me the idea, I made it a video response to the video he mentioned Know Muta in. I could never have predicted what happened next. Not only did he accept the video response, he posted my cover on both his Twitter and Facebook accounts, complimenting it. I was so stunned. I had comments flooding in saying things like, Chugga Conroy sent me, or one of my favorites, Chugga fans incoming! My heart was racing, my subscriber count jumped, and all of a sudden I had so many more people who actually wanted to listen to me. To see my own video posted on my newsfeed was so incredibly amazing. Again, watching the commenters on Facebook refer to me as her and she, not knowing I was watching them comment, felt great. It was positively surreal, and it meant more to me than I think anyone could ever know. When this was happening, I was recently told that I needed surgery. One half of my thyroid gland in my neck was swelling up and constricting my airway. If I'd continued to let it swell, it could have prevented me from breathing. If anything before it was removed sounded airy or weak, that's probably why. I'd never had surgery before, and I was completely scared out of my wits. But everyone commenting on Know Muta that month, saying such nice things about it, and my singing really meant so much to me. Especially considering that at that point in time I wasn't sure if my voice would ever be the same. One of the possible side effects from the removal of that lump would be my voice possibly changing. I was so scared that once I'd found something that means so much to me, and the people who listen to what I love to do, that I'd lose them almost immediately. I owe a lot of what kept me going to Chugga and his fans. And I admit I wrote him a wall of text shortly after, thanking him for everything. He responded back to me, wishing me a speedy recovery, and shortly after that I noticed he'd subscribed to me. Chugga Conroy is subscribed to me. Yeah, the pressure was on. I just hope he doesn't think I'm weird or something. Actually, I'd been meaning to message him on Thanksgiving and then on the holidays, but I never really knew what to say. I respect him so much, and I get too afraid, and I wouldn't message. Though, Emil, if you're listening now, thank you again so much. I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I'm really excited for your new Let's Play. I hope your hand heals up alright, and if I could, I would totally play Mario Kart with you and John in NCS, but I can't. I'm sorry I haven't messaged you directly, but I do hope you'll hear this. I'd understand if you skipped this video, though, because of how long it'll probably be. Moving on. The soonest they could do the surgery to remove my thyroid was on my birthday. I'm being completely serious. Thinking that the date was awful, I postponed it until a week after my birthday. Due to the wave of subs from both Bronies and Chugga fans, on my birthday I decided to do something special. I released 3 videos, 1 pony-related, 1 anime-related for the subscribers I already had, and finally 1 game-related. Not knowing if my voice would be the same again, I tried to go all out on these 3 videos. Originally, I tried to sing at the gala instead of So Many Wonders, but I couldn't meet the deadline. Both Reset and My Precious Treasure have special meanings to me. My Precious Treasure's English lyrics were given to me as a birthday gift from Lumen Abyss in 2010. If you listen to the lyrics, they greatly reflect what I was going through at the time before my surgery. It was also a great part of what helped me hold my head high through everything. I was afraid I didn't do it justice, and I still don't think I did, but I can honestly say that I put my all into it, even though I didn't get as many views as the other videos on that one. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Okami. I had the screen name before I played the game, but the game is one of my all-time favorites, even before Chugga LP'd it. Reset. The lyrics represented what I was going through then as well. It was really a secret goodbye if my voice didn't make it, actually, and a thank you for everything to everyone. I had the lyrics for a while, and I found that before the surgery was the perfect time to use them. Reset was the song I put the most effort into on my birthday, mixing and singing. I had about 6 different takes that I sampled from. I actually have to play Okami again now. I just have to. Come to think of it, the first time I played Okami was at around this time of year. I got it for Christmas about 2 years back for the PS2, and I resolved to beat it by New Year's. I did, for anyone who's interested. At any rate, the surgery happened, and then I had to recover. I wasn't allowed to sing for a while, and my throat hurt so much I could barely talk. And right after I recovered, my laptop died. It took all of my recordings with it, too. That was something I struggled to recover from a bit more than my surgery, if you ask me. It's hard losing that much. There's still hope for the information to be retrieved, but I don't know if it ever will. That includes a lot of pony stuff, too, like, At the Gala and Giggle at the Ghosty and a whole bunch of other stuff I recorded. After fixing a whole bunch of technical problems, it was back to making videos in Windows Movie Maker and poor quality audio. But that was alright, at least I could record again. But then I caught pneumonia. Yeah, that was fun. Regardless, I pushed through and recorded despite all of the coughing. That was when I did Sonic Boom, by the way. I was determined to let nothing stop me at that point. I think it's also worth mentioning that during this year, I'd also seen Yu-Gi-Oh! The Bonds Beyond Time. I loved it so much. It was so awesome. I also love the abridged version that came out much later, so just for fun, earlier this month I decided to do a cover of Shady Vox's Stronger. I fully anticipated to be torn up for this. Rapping is completely out of left field for me, so I figured people would hate it. I was apparently wrong. Again, since it's Shady's cover, I made it a video response to his version. To my absolute surprise and disbelief, Shady himself was the first to comment. He didn't say much, but I was still in a bit of shock. I was also stupidly lucky because I happened to post the video at around the same time YouTube's layout change went into effect. I think mostly everyone's feed was set to random things like the comments made by people you're subscribed to. People seemed to see Shady's comment, and I was bombarded by people again. Mostly positive, again to my complete surprise. Also, before you ask, I do duel. I have Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, but I can't run it from this computer, otherwise I challenge everyone listening to a duel. However, I do have Wi-Fi and Pokemon Black, so anyone who wants to battle, feel free to say so. I'm prepared to take on just about anyone right now. I feel so wonderful. Thinking back on this whole year, it just feels so great. I'm so thankful for everything, and I'm glad to be where I am. I'm thankful for all of my friends, my subscribers, all the games I've played, songs I've sung, people I've met. I'm even grateful for the lows I've had, because the highs seem like mountains in comparison. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I hope every one of you has a happy new year. I'll keep holding my head high and fighting everything that threatens to keep me down. And I hope you will all be able to do the same. Hold out for the high points in your life, and for the people who care about you. And I promise you won't regret it. Thank you so much.